Okay, I don't know why I feel compelled to make this. Oh my god, let me find a place to fucking... Okay, whatever, this is just gonna have to do. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't shave my mustache. Like, damn, like... Sorry. Ignore it. This is my first season watching F1, like, live. And actually being into the sport. I really got into it, beginning of this year. Hot take. 2026 is not that bad of a season. But again, this is coming from someone who doesn't know how good it can be. Okay? Y'all are gonna hate me. I watched a solid, like, less than 10 races before the 2025 or 2026 season. I think I've only ever watched one full race, and I think it was 2018 Monaco with Daniel Ricciardo, and he lost energy or whatever, like he lost his something like that. I don't know. It was Monaco and it was Daniel Ricciardo, and he ended up winning. That's like I genuinely think did I watch that full race? I may or may not have watched that full race, but I know that I watched the final lap, okay? Hate on me. Okay, I deserve it at that point because it's like I'm really talking out of my ass. But I think having this idea of like I'm excited. I love me some Kimi. I feel like I should say who my favorites are. So then you can already have your judgment of me. Okay, so you know how like there's like the main teams and then there's like, is it the top four? What do they call them? McLaren, Ferrari, Red Bull. I'm missing one. Did I say Mercedes? Okay, yeah. So the big four, right? Out of the big four, I love me some Kimi, okay? Now, going down to like the other teams, the midfield teams, I have a lot of favorites, okay? Which makes it so fun to cheer no matter what. At least one person I like's gonna do good. But I want to say like I don't understand the whole like favorite driver thing. I like Kimi because he's close to my age. Um, and that's just about it. Like I used to really like Charles. Um, literally like no reason other than I thought he was a really good driver. He had potential. And then I kind of realized like, damn, this man's had potential for years. No hate to Charles. Still love Charles. But that's my grievance with him. And I also love George, but I don't know, man. I want to see Kimi win. I don't know. Like, I don't know what else to say. Love George. Like, I really don't dislike any of the drivers. I don't know why I hated Pierre Gasly, y'all. I really did not like Pierre Gasly. And then I found out about his bromance with Yuki. And I was like, oh my god, wait. I love Pierre Gasly, so... Yeah, but out of both of them, as in the Alpine, whatever you say, drivers, I do like colapinto more. Like, whenever... Like, y'all... I thought Spa was a really good race. And then I saw, like, some people... Like, I saw a poll on YouTube. And, you know, it's like, oh, rate this race out of 5 stars. And y'all, it was mostly, like, 1 star. I thought this was, like, a solid 4 star. I thought this was up with, like, not Canada. But it was up there. I want to say, like, with Miami. But also, I low-key don't remember Miami. I know Kimi won. I think Oscar got podium. I think he got 3rd and Max was 2nd. Might be... I genuinely don't remember Miami. But I remember Canada, because that shit was hype. That was so good. Anyway, out of, like, the major 4, I wouldn't say I cheer for any of those teams. It feels weird to be like, go Ferrari! Go Mercedes! I don't know. It feels weird to cheer for, like, a company. It just feels weird. It feels weird. I don't know. And, like, I don't know. I really don't. I don't have, like, a favorite team. I never understood that. But when it comes to, like, drivers, I love Kimi. Okay? I always cheer for Kimi. Whenever it comes to, like, teammate battles, okay? When Kimi... It wasn't Spa. It was the one before... But when Kimi's, like, engine died, I genuinely was tearing up. I was like... Whenever he was, like, still pushing and he ended up getting, like, 12th or whatever, and he was, like, didn't take his helmet off, I was genuinely upset. Did I get over it like 10 minutes later? Yes. I love Kimi. Out of the Ferrari, honestly, I really don't cheer for Ferrari. I love Lewis. I love Lewis. But like I'm not gonna be like, come on, Lewis, get George. Unless Kimi's in front. Red Bull, I love Isaac. I think he's hilarious. I like his funny accent. I'm trying to think of, oh, McLaren. I like both of the drivers, but I think I like Oscar a little more. Like I think I cheer for Oscar more because of the 2025 season. But it's like no animosity against Lando, because he's a good driver. It's just I want Oscar to win, man. And then getting down to like the midfield teams, I don't like Haas. They just piss me off. I don't know what it is. No hate to Esteban or Ollie. I just don't like Haas. I don't know what it is. I think I really like, I mean, Cadillac's like the new team this year. I like Cadillac, but like they're shit. That's the thing. That's what pisses me off. Love Aston Martin because those bitches are always the last two. I think Alpine is my favorite midfield team, but it's like I'm not cheering for Alpine to win. Well, I really like Racing Bulls. I really like both Liam and Arvid. Arvid's my favorite out of the two, but I like both of them. And I really thought that shit was funny in I forgot what race it was, but it was a recent race where team orders, like Liam was told like, okay, we're not gonna yo-yo, we're not gonna fight. And then Arvid fights. I respect it. Listen, it's his first season. I know he knows better. It's entertaining. I like it. Sue me, okay? I like the back and forth between them. Not as much as I liked it between Isaac and Liam. And I only know this stuff because it's like I watched a lot of the content, but like I didn't watch the races. Does that make sense? Also, another thing, oh my god, before I went into the season, I was like, oh my god, I fucking love Yuki. Yuki's like amazing, right? Before I started watching this season, before I really like got in F1, I was like, wow, I really like Yuki. So tell me why, when I tune in, and I'm like, oh, let's look at the current lineup. Yuki's not there. It's a little weird. Where's Yuki? So yeah, yeah. But I do think I would be cheering for Yuki. I don't know what team he'd be on. Would he still be on Racing Bulls? I don't know. But anyway, y'all. So I'm trying to think, who else am I forgetting? Yeah, I really like Racing Bulls and Alpine midfield teams. I cheer for Racing Bulls more because Arvid. Okay, the whole reason I like Colapinto is because in China this year there was a clip of him like wandering the street or whatever, and there was like a lady dressed up. I don't know if she was in cosplay or if I'm remembering wrong, and she was like a geisha type of makeup, but she wasn't a geisha because that's Japanese. But you know what I'm trying to say. She was very like dressed up in like, and he like walked by her and he was like, whoa, and she like turned and was like, ah, and he was like, and I was like, oh my god, that's hilarious. So that's why I like Colapinto. Why I dislike Gasly, genuinely, I don't know. It's just something in me. I don't know. I like him though. I like him now. I've grown. I love Gabby. I really like all of the 2025 rookies. Like I kind of cheer for all of them. Yeah, I don't know, like, but yeah, I cheer for Kimi the most, I think, out of all the rookies. But yeah, anyway, yeah, going into this year, I was like, okay, there's new regulations, something about hybrid. I think it was like a 60-40 system, some shit. I don't know, y'all. I can't recite it, but I know it was like more battery dependent, or like, what is it called whenever it's like mix electric and gas? It is like more dependent on the electric part. And I was like, okay, sounds interesting. And I just think it's so funny that the FIA is like, we're trying to reduce carbon imprint, while like all of their drivers have like private jets. I don't know, man. I just think you gotta pick one. Okay, but yeah, going into this season, I don't know, I feel like every race has been really good. And then I look online and I see what people are saying, and they're like, this race was dog shit. Like, da da da. Which I was kind of mad that they didn't show the Colapinto overtaking Gasly and, whoever he was battling. I think it was Liam. I don't know. I might be lying. But the three-way, and then Colapinto ends up in front. I was mad they didn't show that replay live. Like literally like 5 minutes after they mentioned it, I was like, wait a damn minute. When it was just Kimi in front, like everyone else behind him, I was like, wait, what happened to that colapinto overtake? And then I had to watch the highlights of it. And then also apparently, I saw a lot of people say George's radio was crazy. I haven't seen it yet, but apparently he like went off because the battery was like shit. Um, I think if, okay, I don't know if this is a hot take. If Lewis got a penalty for running George off the race, right? I think Charles should have gotten a penalty for running Oscar off or like hitting Oscar. I don't know if that's a hot take, but I thought that was weird that he didn't get a penalty. And maybe I'm biased because I do like Oscar a little more than I like Charles, but I don't know. I might be. I genuinely don't know if like these takes that I have are like crazy. Except for that, I genuinely don't think the 2026 season is that bad. I think people kind of over exaggerate, but also this is coming from someone who doesn't have anything to compare it to except for that one Daniel Ricciardo race in Monaco. Like, and like, I mean, like, I've seen like Lewis clips, and like, that's literally all I have to compare it to. I still feel like the rush, I still get excited like when there's overtakes and all that shit. Um, and like, the only thing that genuinely like makes me want to rip my heart out is when the car dies. And this goes for both like George and Kimi. Specifically Canada, y'all. I think we were robbed of a really good fight in Canada. And even like the safety car, it wasn't Spa, it was the one before. It's not Italy, is it? I'm looking. But with the safety car, we got robbed of a really good fucking thing. But I mean, a Charles win is a Charles win. Belgian. Wait, then what the fuck? Oh no, that. Wait, but Spa is Belgium, right? Oh my god, they get rid of them after it happens on the fucking calendar. That's annoying. Okay, well, I guess we'll never know. But this upcoming race, the Hungarian Grand Prix, y'all, I have no idea what to expect. Genuinely. I did think it was kind of weird going up into the Belgium Grand Prix. I was hearing a lot about Spa, and I was like, where is this Spa? Because you know how they call like Italy Imola or whatever, like, because it's the city. I was like, where is this Spa at? I wonder if it's coming up. And then next thing I know, I'm watching the broadcast and they're talking about the Spa, da, 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 and I'm like, oh my god. I do like the track. I really like the track. I think Spa is one of my favorites. Monaco is not. I think Monaco is boring. I wouldn't say Canada is a good track. I mean, this is, again, coming from someone who knows nothing. Who knows absolutely nothing. I know the very basics in the sense that I can say Formula One is about racing a car. And they all compete to, like, design a car that has good downforce and good drag reduction.
Yay!
Like, other than that, don't ask me a single thing. And I think it was the 2025 season was like the closest that the cars have been to each other, like speed-wise, like they've all been like within like half a second or something, like in 2025. So it made sense to show it up to the 1,000. But now, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about Aston Martin. All of them are like, they're low-key slow, like except for Mercedes. Mercedes real fast, but like there is no point of showing the 3 decimal places if literally like the only cars that you really need them for like the top like 4, maybe top 2, maybe top 3, like genuinely. So I don't understand people getting mad at that, but I do get mad whenever they show their full last name. I don't need to know that Ham is Hamilton. I don't need to know that Ant is Antonelli, okay? I know this. We know this. This is why we're watching. That genuinely frustrates me. I do wish they showed more midfield battles. Because I do feel like I miss out on a lot whenever I watch the highlights. Because I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know about this. Especially like, oh my god. I'm sorry, y'all. The Belgian Grand Prix, I genuinely love like I genuinely thought this was a good race. It shocked me that people didn't think this. I really liked maybe this is what like the FIA wants me like to think. Maybe this is like I'm being like this is like the propaganda working on me, okay? But like I really liked the Lawson and Arvid, Lawson and Lindblad. I saw someone call them Livid Arson, and I thought that was pretty funny. Like as a duo name. The Liam and Arvid battle in Spa was really fucking good, y'all. I was on my toes watching that highlight. I don't know if it was the radio or if it was the highlight reel, but I was like I missed this live. Like they didn't show this live. Why didn't they show this live? It was either Ollie having an issue, he couldn't go up into the like fifth gear, or he was stuck in fifth gear or something like that. And it was either that's why Charles hit Oscar, or that's why Lewis knocked George off. But I genuinely don't remember. I don't know. I have a lot of conflicting shit. So it's like I understand why people are like mad at the FIA because of the regulations and shit. And then also Ollie's 50 G crash. That shit was crazy. And that also being a battery issue. I don't know, the races are still pretty fun to watch. I do think it's a little funny that they don't show the speeds or the G-force or none of that. Because it's like, damn, like y'all, damn. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's just kind of like, I don't know if that's a hot take of, I think the 2026 season is genuinely good so far. But I think that if I didn't like Kimi and like my favorite drivers, like if I had like one favorite driver, like if it was Oscar, I'd be pretty mad. If it was Max, I wouldn't be that mad. But I feel like Max fans, okay. I'm not really online, y'all. But I've seen a lot of people hate on Max fans. And I don't know, y'all. It just reminds me of K-pop. And I feel like Max fans are Blinks, like they're Blackpink fans. I don't know. That's just how I feel. And I feel like Lando Norris fans are Luna fans. Or Luna stands. Orbits? Maybe this is coming out of like left field. Or maybe they're like switched around. I really don't know. But anyway. No, I definitely think Max fans are definitely Blackpink fans. You cannot convince me otherwise. Yeah, I do think the 2026 season is not as bad as people think, or as people say it is. But also, it's like I understand why people are shitting on it, because like they want the FIA to know that it is a shit season. But like honestly, I'm kind of like, you know that like Patrick gif where he has his tongue out and he's like, bleh. That's kind of how I feel right now watching F1 because I don't know anything. It's not that I don't know anything. I know stuff. It's just I don't know enough to be unsatisfied with the sport. Now, I will say what pissed me off was Max going on about how, oh, we're F1 drivers, we're da da da, we shouldn't be doing Lego races. Don't hate on the Lego race. Okay, that pissed me off. I love the Lego race. I didn't get to watch the 2025 one, and I only saw like highlights and clips and whatever. But and watching the 2026 one live wasn't amazing. But watching like the highlight reels, whatever, that shit was funny as fuck. And like Max seems like he was having a good time. So why are we shitting on this? Why are we shitting on this? Is it because it's like a PR thing? Like why? I genuinely don't understand why some of the drivers don't like it, because they all seem to be having fun. Now, yes, these are like grown ass men, with the exception of like the teenagers and like young adults. Like most of them are pushing 30, I think. I know Charles is pushing 30. No stray for Charles. I just don't know how old all the grid is. I don't know how old George is. I kind of want to see live reaction. George Russell age. Okay, my guess is that he's 27, but he's a rough 27. 1998. I can't do the math. Oh, he's 28. Okay, I was kind of right. You know, rough 27. I can see 28. I think he's a decent 28. I think Charles is a fresh, like 25, 26. I don't think that man does not look like he's pushing 30. Max is a rough 35. I don't know. I actually don't know how old Max is, but I'm assuming he's around the age of George. 97, so he's 29. Oh, he's the same age as Charles. Damn. Sorry, I'm just hating. I'm really just hating, and I apologize. Anyway, that's my hot take for the 2026 F1 season. You know, after this weekend is the summer break, and I am kind of nervous. And I say I'm nervous because I don't know. I mean, I'm not nervous. I'm more disappointed, bro. I want more content. And then especially with like they already had the mini summer break in like April or whatever, because 2 races got canceled. It's a shame. Anyway, yeah, that's my opinion. If you agree, like and subscribe. If you disagree, flame me in the comments, because genuinely I want to learn more about this sport, because I do like it. That's it.